up, everyone? My name is Dora. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're talking about aroma beads. I've been getting a lot of questions on this subject lately, so I'm going to share everything I've learned. Stick around until the end because I'm answering the most commonly asked questions. Please, always read the description. You'll find lots of helpful information. Fill the jar about halfway. You'll need room to shake the beads and room for the beads to grow. I'm adding the most fragrance, but depending on the type of beads, you may not be able to. More on this in the description. You can add a few drops of color. Only use liquid candle color. You can also add mica, but do this later. Now, shake them good. Shake them at least once a day, the more the better. I also like to turn the jar upside down and allow the liquid to run back and forth. The beads will look very wet, but the liquid will start to disappear by day 3. By day 7, the beads should be dry. All sites have different waiting periods before baking them, but just to be safe, I highly recommend curing them at least a month. Because if you cook them immediately after they dry, the scent will only last about a week. Roll the jar horizontal. If the beads are completely dry, I like to add a bit of additional fragrance. But if the beads get stuck, then definitely do not add additional fragrance. Once the beads are completely dry and you're done adding fragrance, you could add dry colorants like mica and glitter. You could add it before, but the beads will dry much slower. I added mica and eco glitter, and because the beads are plastic, I also added regular glitter too. You can get really creative and add chunky glitter or really fine glitter. It just depends on the look that you're going for. Line the pan, then place the molds. Use the same size and shape molds for even baking. I like to fill the molds about 3/4 of the way. Measure the beads so the cutters have about the same amount. Hack the beads and make the top flat. Use the back of a spoon, but I find a cardboard cutout is easier and much faster. Just make sure to anchor the cutter down when you lift up. The last thing you want is the cutter lifting and the beads rolling out from the bottom. It's almost impossible to put a hole in the beads after they're baked, so place a metal nail where you want the hole to be. You can also make cool patterns and designs like layers or ombre effects. Just make sure the fragrances mesh well together. As I was watching this, I had the best idea. I should have put a small heart cookie cutter in the middle. It would have looked so cute and it would have been perfect for Valentine's Day. Depending on your beads and the shape and size of your cutters, you may require a different baking temperature and time. But preheat the oven. Do not bake them until the oven is heated. Bake them for about 5 to 10 minutes. Smoke is absolutely normal. I always take them off the hot pan to cool faster. The beads should be melted together with a bumpy appearance on top. Let them firm up for about 5 minutes where they can hold their shape, then start popping them out and take the nails out while you can. If you let them cool in the cutter, they will get stuck. I added regular, iridescent, chunky glitter to this one. Wrap them immediately. You want to save all the fragrance and let as little fragrance escape as possible. Air vacuum bags are the best. If you don't have an air vacuum, Ziploc bags are the next best thing. If you don't have either of those, wrap them up the best you can or just use them immediately. Place or hang them in small enclosed spaces like drawers, closets, or your car. Is there a lot of smell? Yes, absolutely. True story, my brother rode with me one time and complained the entire time that the Freshie was too strong and he was worried about getting a headache. How long did they last? The scent will last for about 30 or 45 days, longer in colder weather. Can you reuse these by adding more oils again? Yes, you can refresh the scent, and I'll show you how right now. Place the shape into a bag and add about 3 milliliters of fragrance. Rub the fragrance in, then cure it for at least 24 hours or longer so the shape absorbs the aroma. Take it out and remove any excess oil. This scent refresh will last about a week. Will the oven smell after? Well, my entire house smells amazing after, so I'd say yes, but the smell eventually goes away. How long to wait before eating them? Okay, so they may look and definitely smell delicious, but these are not edible. How can you tell if they're done? You'll know they're done because the beads will be melted together and smooth with a slight bumpy appearance on the very top. You've cooked them too long if you get huge pokey peaks. What type of beads are they? They are linked in the description. Can you use oven later for food? Absolutely yes. Does it make the oven kitchen smell like burnt plastic? No, not at all. It will smell amazing, like fragrance. I've never used essential oils for this, so I don't know the amounts. You'd have to experiment. If you don't have an oven, I'd suggest an air fryer or a microwave oven, something that has convection heating. Food coloring or other dyes will not work. It has to be liquid candle dye. Alright guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.